Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make Rice Krispies. So the first thing you're going to want to do is have all your ingredients together in one spot. Alright, so you're going to need Rice Krispie treats. You're going to need a pack of marshmallows. You can use big marshmallows or you can use little marshmallows. You're going to need butter. So you can either use a stick of butter like this, or you can use a butter in a tub like this, whichever one you'd like. Alright, you're going to need some measuring spoons, and you're going to need a measuring cup. So those are some of the ingredients that you want to have already with you as we go through it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and take the Rice Krispies out. Alright, and you're going to want to measure here. So here on the measuring cup, you can see that it says 1/4, then you have half, then you have 3/4, and then you have your cup. All right, so you can see it there. Now you're going to need a cup. You're going to need 6 of these. All right, so 6 cups in total of Rice Krispies. Okay, so you're going to go ahead. Get your Rice Krispies in there. Okay, fill it all the way to the top. Okay, so you're going to need a cup. So all the way to the top, and go ahead and you're going to put that in there. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing you're going to want to do. So put it inside a bowl. All right, that's another thing you might need is the actual bowl. All right, so then after that, you're going to need your butter. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a bowl. So another bowl, a small bowl is fine to put the actual butter and the marshmallows on. Okay, you can either do it in the microwave or you can do it on the stove. Go ahead and you put your butter inside of the bowl and you put your marshmallows. I would put it in the microwave for maybe about a minute. Just keep an eye on it because the marshmallows get really, really huge. So you might want to use maybe a bigger bowl than the amount that you have in there. Just because if not, it'll get everywhere, okay? And they'll get all over the microwave, and we don't want that because then it creates a mess. Alright, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do it on the stove first. So let's go ahead and go here. Alright, and you need a little bowl. It doesn't have to be that big, okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put 3 tablespoons of butter, okay? So it's going to be tablespoons. If you're using the tub of butter, so like this, you're going to need 3 tablespoons. So you'll see tablespoons is TBS, I'm sorry. TBS is tablespoons. So you'll need 3 of those, okay? Now, if you have the stick of butter, it's a little bit easier. You just put it in there, okay? So you want to turn on your stove. You're going to put it on, so most of you guys have numbers. So you're going to put it on maybe 5. So it's medium, it's in the middle. So you might want mom and dad to kind of help you with this, or grandma, or an adult. It can be anybody, okay? But pretty much you just put it on the stove, you put the butter in there first, and you just kind of wait and let it melt. So there it is, kind of melting. All right, so you have to wait until it is completely melted. So the butter that you've put in there, wait for it to be completely melted until you put the marshmallows in, all right? So I kind of like to start with about half a bag of marshmallows. So I get the marshmallows that we have here. I would take about half the bag first, and then after you've used half the bag, then if you want to add a little bit more, then you can, but it usually works with just about half. If butter has melted, then you can kind of start adding the marshmallows. So add them little by little, and then what you'll want to do is you'll want to get a spoon and just kind of mix it as you are putting the marshmallows in to make sure that they all go in there evenly, because we don't want some of them to melt and then some of them not to melt. So just kind of wait till the ones that you already put in there melt, and then you can add a little bit more. So once you've started putting the marshmallows in there little by little, it'll start looking like this. Okay, and once it starts looking like that, then you know you're good to go and you can move on to the next step. Alright, so once you get your butter and your marshmallows melted, you're going to want to take it off the stove. So this handle is not hot, but if it is hot, make sure that you use the thing to hold the hot pans. Okay, so I have like these right here, those mittens. Definitely use them, okay? Now, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and when it's still hot, pour it in there, because if not, it's going to stick to the bottom and we don't want that to happen. So you're going to go ahead and pour it in there. So make sure it's all in there. All the butter and marshmallow, all that goodness, yumminess in there. Okay? So it'll look like this. Okay? And then all you're going to want to do is just mix it with the Rice Krispies. Mix it and mix and mix and mix in there. Okay? You want to mix until all of the ingredients are together. Okay, so make sure that it looks kind of like this, so you can still kind of see the marshmallowy goodness in there, but you know that everything is mixed together. So the next thing that you're going to is you are going to get a cookie tray. Okay, so I kind of have one already going here, but you'll get a cookie tray. Okay, and you're going to spoon out the Rice Krispie. So from your bowl, so here, this one, you're going to scoop it out with a spoon. I wouldn't do it with your hands only because it's probably still hot. But what you can do is you can use a spoon and you just have to pat it down. So then onto the tray so it'll look like this. Now, what I suggest that you do is that you go ahead and you flatten it out on the tray like this. And then you put this into the refrigerator for about an hour so that you make sure that everything is sticking. And then you can go back and you can get your cookie cutter and then you can cookie cut them out. All right, so you can kind of cut them out. So if you want yours to look like a star, maybe you want it to look like a heart. Okay, so that's what the cookie cutters are for. And then that's pretty much it. So you'll have your Rice Krispie. I have an example one here. So there I have a star one, okay, and that's it, guys. So that's how you make Rice Krispie treats.